Dental floss is something that I hope everybody's been acquainted with. Its basic purpose is to clean in between the teeth. With a brush, you can get the cheek side, the tongue side, and the biting side. The side towards the tooth in front and the side towards the tooth in back, you physically cannot get at with a brush. Therefore, we have a piece of string, okay? When you use it, be generous. It's cheap, okay? Wrap it a bit on both hands, a little bit more on one than the other, and basically move along. Don't take the same spot all the way around. You're just dragging the bugs from one spot to another. Come on, we can do better than that. Okay, so wrap it off of one and onto the other and work your way along. And basically, one finger inside, one outside. You want to take it down between the teeth, but then you want to wrap it. You want to wrap it towards the side of one tooth and then wrap it towards the side of the other tooth. You want to make a curve of it around the tooth. The sides of a tooth are not flat, they're rounded. If you go straight down in between the teeth, you will not touch the surface of one tooth or the other. You'll just fall into the space in between. So you're not really doing what you think you are, okay? You want to wrap the floss around the side of one tooth and then wrap it around the side of the other, so you're getting that whole surface in between the teeth, that rounded surface. Now, using fingers is still one of the best options. There are holders that are available. This particular one is for children. It's got the floss running between there. The problem with this is you can take it down in between, but you really can't wrap it, okay? Again, you're going straight in. You're not wrapping it around the tooth structure there. So there are some limitations to it. Better than nothing, but there are some limitations. This particular one is an adult version of the same arrangement. There are some with toothpicks on the far end. There are a number of them out there that are floss holders. They're basically single use and you throw them away. Okay, if you can see on this one, there's a fluffy portion to it and then you hit floss, and there's actually a somewhat stiffer tip. It's something called super floss, okay? It's very useful for getting under bridges and things like that where you would have to thread it underneath. This will go under the joint between the two teeth and you can come through, and that fluffy end gets into wider spaces between the teeth. Useful adjunct, can be helpful, not for everyone. Okay, a similar variation, this is a floss threader. If you can see, there's a little opening there, and even a guy like me can put something through there, and then basically you run it between the teeth, pull it through, especially if you're under a bridge or something where the two teeth are attached to one another. You pull it through, this comes off, and now I can floss underneath that joining between two teeth, okay? So that's the way it's used, is to get in under spaces where you've got a bridge or something like that where two teeth are connected and you couldn't otherwise floss in there easily. Because if the two teeth are connected, you can't take the floss down through the top or bottom, whichever way you're looking at it. Okay, useful adjunct as well. But probably an even better adjunct to things would be the water pick, okay? To get in between, once you've broken things up with the brush and the floss, afterwards, go through and give it a power wash. That's exactly the way you want to think of this, is a power wash for your teeth, okay? You go in after you've broken things up and made them easier to remove with a water pick, and then go in and power wash it all, okay? Just like with the brush, you want to make sure you're going in on the cheek side and the tongue side. When you're using something like this that has a tip, you want to go in and you want to hover between the teeth. You want to go along the gum line, hover between the teeth, along the gum line, hover between the teeth. And you want to do, as I say, tongue side and cheek side. That will flush everything out that you've removed and broken up beforehand, so that you've got it nice and broken up. This will make sure that it all goes away and that you're good. Every night with this, before you go to sleep, so that things are perfectly clean during that time frame while you're asleep, okay? If you do everything perfectly in the morning, you're going to eat how soon afterwards? Very soon, okay? If you do it at night, and I realize you're really tired, it's been a long day, spend the time. It pays off. Any bacteria you leave behind that form a source of inflammation and infection in your body is then passed to the rest of your body through your bloodstream. You want to make sure that you get everything clean and healthy, and that through the night everything is fine. Then when you eat the next morning, fine. You've had it clean for already 8 or 10 hours. That's great. Do what you can at home. Be as preventive as possible. Make a difference. There are plenty of tools available. Choose what works for you. Thank you.